Oh my, how expensive it is to be racist. Good morning, Target CEO. Stepping down, are we? Oh, sales are low. They're still going to be low whether you're there or not. Yeah. Oh, and don't think that you're going to retire or step down and just go live a peaceful life because nobody knows who you are. Mm-mm. You're not going to live a peaceful life. It's expensive to be racist. Make sure you tell your grandkids that. Good morning.
So have you guys heard that the CEO of Target, Brian Cornell, was forced to resign from his position? And that is mainly due to the falling sales. Now, Brian Cornell had been with Target for over 10 years. But as you know, because they did do away with DEI, that a lot of us boycotted them and are still boycotting them to this day, and will probably be boycotting them forever. And with the boycotts, Target has not been able to really bounce back since we started boycotting them. Now, what I want to know is, because they are getting a new CEO, will some of you be going back to Target, or are you guys going to continue to boycott Target? Let me know in the comments. But honestly, I don't miss Target at all. I didn't really go to Target that much anyway. I always thought that they were overrated and overpriced, even though the store was really nice and clean, but I really didn't go there that much, and I don't miss them. But Target should have just kept their mouth shut. Nobody even asked them to give that information. They voluntarily advised us and let us know that they were doing away with DEI. So they are getting exactly what they deserve.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Miss Yoba. How was your day? I hope your day is going well. I hope God has kept you and preserved you. Thank you guys for engaging yourselves in my videos. I really appreciate you a lot. You guys are wonderful and amazing. So guys, today I want to talk about the Target CEO that loses his job. This isn't just about one CEO losing his job. It's about how corporations treat social justice as a PR stunt instead of a long-term commitment. You can't drop the AI, silence, marginalize workers, and then expect everything to run smoothly. That's not how justice or businesses works.
Baby, he's done. He's gone. He's out of there. Question is, are you? Are you still done with Target now that he won't be there? Target CEO Brian Cornell is stepping down after more than a decade of up. One of America's most trusted brands. I know Target was my favorite big box retailer. Now I consider them deplorable trash. This leadership change comes amid persistent declines. Persistent. And sales and significant criticism of Target's retreat from its diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. And this is where Target had us all up. Within weeks of the DEI rollbacks, market value dropped by $12.4 billion and the stock price fell over $27 per share. Target saw a 3.1% drop in Q2 2025 sales and a significant decline in foot traffic. In total, some sources attribute more than $15 billion in lost revenue and a plunge in share price, all related to their decision to drop DEI. So baby, he's gone. But his replacement is the current COO, a 20-year Target vet, who was in the room when these decisions were made in the first place. So are we about to go back or not?
Imagine being the CEO that spearheaded the removal of DEI incentives, initiatives, programs within the company, right? You didn't think about the possible loss in profit. You didn't do the research to check and see in which demographic your top consumers lie in. No. Instead, because of your possibly racist ass, possibly allegedly, guidelines, you jumped at the opportunity. You jumped at the chance to finally remove DEI programs from the company as soon as Donald Trump signed that executive order in January. Not even a full 7 months, 8 months. After 11 years with the company, you have to they announce that you are going to be stepping down. You lost your job. You are no longer the CEO of the company. All because your possibly racist ass wanted to make it more unfair for people of color in the workplace. We're talking about Target, by the way. We're talking about Target. Yes, you heard correctly. The former, because now we can say that, the former CEO of Target and Target has announced today that he will be stepping down as CEO. And I want to make it very clear to you guys. Anytime they say that they're stepping down, that is code for, I got to leave before they fire me. I got to leave before they fire me. And the reason why he got to leave before they fire him is because on Wednesday, Target sales fell for the third consecutive quarter, right? In total, for year to date, Target stocks have fallen exactly 30%. 30%. They're losing a lot of money. A lot of money. 11 years with the company. By the way, they're not even letting him finish out this year so he can have an even 12. Nah, you got to get the hell out of here. It's August. It's about to be fucking September. Might as well let him finish this, the year. But they're like, nah, not one more quarter. You don't get another quarter out of 2025. So after 11 years of being with the company, because of that idiotic decision in removing DEI, you lost your job in less than 7 to 8 months. You lost your job. Can you imagine? Can you fucking imagine? The icing on the cake is his replacement. I'm pretty sure he probably also, was excited about being able to remove DEI programs and incentives and whatever for the company so that he didn't have to worry about his replacement possibly being a person of color. Whole time, his replacement is a former intern of the company. You probably trained him. You probably trained him for your job. That's crazy. And yet, he's not really leaving Target. He will still be an executive. But I want you guys to understand the difference in that pay cut. Oh, he's going to feel. He's definitely going to feel. He's not the CEO no more. He's not the CEO no more. And he would have continued making the big bucks had he just leave the DEI programs alone. They weren't bothering anybody. They weren't hurting anybody. And in fact, it was actually helping the sales and the stock and the profit margin for Target. But now you've lost that. You've lost the respect of your highest consumers, your top consumers. So to all of the people of color who lost their jobs due to that CEO and the removal of the DEI programs, go and take a shot today. Take a shot at the news of him losing his job now. Take a shot. You deserve it. And to all of my willing participants in this Black consumer protest boycott that we have started and we've been standing strong in, I just want you guys to know, keep up the good work, continue standing strong. I understand that sometimes we want change to happen overnight, but it doesn't happen overnight. And I'm pretty sure when we continued or we started this boycott back in February and March, the CEO didn't think that he'd be losing his job towards the end of August. So keep up the good fucking work, okay?
Breaking: Target CEO has just been fired. They say he's stepping down, but you know what happened. Target sales fell for the second quarter in a row. But to distract from that news, Target just announced a change in leadership. After their CEO gets fired, the COO will be taking over in February. Now, the COO is a longtime Target insider. He has been at the company for over 20 years. So that means that he has no idea how to turn around the struggling retailer. And his speech to Wall Street today all but confirmed it. He said that when Target is leading with swagger in merchandising and when they have swagger in their marketing, that's when they're at their best. It's a little bit awkward to use AAVE as your turnaround plan when these are some of the key demographics that you've rejected, Target. Target, the same old stale lines and the same old stale people are not going to help you turn things around while customers are abandoning you in droves. And to the board for thinking that would work, you just made the D3 Bus, a podcast about dumb, desperate, and diabolical business decisions.
Target CEO has just resigned after being there for 11 years. 11 years. Imagine in a course of 8 months, you make a decision to go ahead and follow that man in the office and you lose over the course of 3 quarters, 10% of your income. $12 billion has been lost due to Target removing their diversity, equity, and inclusion policies from their company. Baby, and Christmas is not even here. Pastor Jamal told y'all what to do to get us back, and y'all refused. Y'all thought doing a campaign with Kai Cenat was gonna fix everything. That boy is not Black American. He is Caribbean, Haitian. He's not Black American. So y'all fucked up there. And y'all also went to Al Sharpton. Come on now, be for real. He damn sure was not going to get us to move. Y'all better find y'all a new CEO, get y'all a new fucking think tank, and get the guidelines that Pastor Jamal Bryant put up and get them moving. or y'all gonna be really fucked up come Christmas time. Oh no, it only takes 30 days for a habit to become part of your life. And we have grown accustomed to not going to Target. Y'all wasn't that fucking special. Get it together.
And y'all said that boycotts don't work. The CEO of Target plans to step down next year because the company is losing a lot of money. Target released their second quarter earnings report, and it showed that sales were down from the previous year about 1.9%. Many people are attributing these declining sales to the current boycotts. Many advocacy groups and churches are calling for Black and brown people to boycott Target because they rolled back their DEI initiatives. And I think personally that this further proves the point that you have to put your mouth where your dollars are and that there are powers in numbers. We all know that it doesn't matter how broke you are, people are going to find time to shop. So the strategy to pull your dollars from companies that you feel don't support you is working. I've never been like a Target girl. I always just go to stores that's real close to my house, and driving to Target was out the way for me. However, I do understand the strategy behind the boycott. This change in leadership is not going to happen right away. He's actually not really officially stepping down until next year, but he's going to transition and serve as like the head of the board.
The streets say boycotting doesn't work. You don't gain nothing from it. These companies are still going to make their money. Then how come Target's CEO that's been there for the past 11 years and just signed a contract for 5 more years has decided to resign and is stepping down effective February 1st next year? And you want to know how I know it's about boycotting and DEI? Look what the Associated Press had to say for why the Target CEO is stepping down. The Associated Press goes on to say, Target CEO Brian Cornell, who helped re-energize the company but has struggled to turn around weak sales in a more competitive retail landscape since the COVID pandemic, plans to step down February 1st. This is why you gotta take national media with a grain of salt. Not one mention of the boycott or the DEI being mentioned, but that's when Target sales really started to go down. So yes, if you're one of the people that decided to boycott Target and never go back, give yourself a round of applause because you did good. You did so well that a CEO that was there for the past 11 years has decided to step down. And isn't it ironic that he's going to step down on the day Black History Month starts? I think so.
If
You know, when you decide to scale back on your DEI initiatives and you lose $12 billion in revenue, and then you notice a 21% net income loss during the second quarter of this year, I guess I will step down as CEO, as the CEO of Target, Mr. Brian Cornell. I think you have made a good decision. And me and thousands of other Americans decided to boycott Target. And I'm still boycotting Target. So I wish I felt sorry for Target, but I do not feel sorry for Target. So let me know, comment, like, and share. And also don't forget to hit that follow button and let me know what you think about this Target situation.
Hey, that boy done got out of Dodge, y'all. The Target CEO has just stepped down. That boy been feeling the pressure ever since they did the rollbacks on the DEI. The numbers been dwindling. He felt that shit. Quarter after quarter, the numbers just steady was going down. And he said, no more. I want no more parts. I'm giving this shit up. I feel like he tried to hold on, but the pressure was too much. He did say he'd stick around as an executive chair, but no longer the CEO. They said over the last few months, the number in Target has been down over 20%. People was opting to go to Walmart, Costco's, shop on Amazon, everywhere but Target. And I wonder why. These folks better stop playing. They don't know We hold the power. If y'all want to keep playing, we don't have to come in y'all stores and shop. Do you not know that? I would have thought they knew how the system worked. We are the system. We have enough power. That's why I be telling people, if we want to, we can cause a lot of shit to happen. So now the new CEO is going to be somebody named Michael Fidelke. Let's see if he can turn this around. But I don't know, y'all. I feel like they going to go through the same shit Bed Bath & Beyond went through. And their numbers going to be gone. Hey, if you stay to the end of this video, I appreciate you. Don't forget to like, comment, and share.
One dumb decision cost them $12.4 billion. Target CEO will step down after 3 declining quarters of sales, and their stock has dropped 30% this year as the company faces the boycott for abandoning DEI when Trump came into office. And all I gotta say is, oh man, you want to get behind your good old president-elect and dance for your boy. Because there's no way that any research or analytics show that making a decision that alienates a big part of your market makes any sense. But oh, I get it. You thought DEI was only going to affect black people, didn't you? You didn't think that Hispanic people would care about it. You didn't think that even white liberal women would care about it. You didn't think Asian people would care about it. But they do. And now look at you, down $12.4 billion and out of a job. And see, what I know Target is actually doing is making their CEO step down to try to make it seem like that they're cleaning up their decision. But the people that made that decision are 1,000% still in that boardroom. And here's the point in time where they probably go look for a black CEO. I wouldn't be surprised if you see them throw a lucrative offer at the Red Lobster CEO.
So Target is panicking, and apparently they've hired a new CEO, Michael Fidelke. A new CEO is not going to fix this, Target. I'm so sorry. The CEO is not the problem right now. It's the policies that the company has decided to uphold that this administration pushed onto them. I understand that, but companies that fold and do what he says are going to lose loyal customers. I have not been to a Target in over a year. And some of that is circumstantial too, right? So between the customers that don't want to support Target anymore and the customers that don't have any money, I mean, a new CEO just is not going to help. If this country wants these brands to survive, a lot's going to need to change. And some of it is unfixable. Some of us are never coming back no matter what you say, because after you cross a certain line in terms of racism and or sexism or anti-LGBT, like I'm never going to support that brand ever again. In any case, they've seen a 20% decline in their profit. That is enormous, and congratulations, y'all. We did it, Joe.
Target CEO stepping down as sales continue to fall since pandemic. Do y'all see this? See, Target, the least that you could do is be honest about the fact that your CEO is stepping down because y'all decided to get rid of DEI and the program that brought black-owned businesses into your stores. That's what you can do first, because that is why your CEO is stepping down. Your CEO is stepping down because you guys were like, oh, we jumping ship. And it's a decision that y'all made without thinking about the consequences of the fact that now you're losing billions. People just not coming in the stores no more. And personally, Target, it hurts my heart. It hurts my heart that I could not go to get school clothes, Cat and Jack brand specifically, for my daughter for the start of school this year. I couldn't do it. I couldn't walk through the doors because I had not walked through your doors since December. We felt betrayed, Target. We felt like you were on our team. I was promoting y'all. I was saying, go to Target for these black-owned businesses because I thought y'all was one of us. But at least you could be honest. Just be honest about the fact that your CEO is leaving because y'all need him to leave because y'all trying to find out a strategy that made people come back in y'all stores. And I don't know that that's ever possible. Y'all broke people's hearts. People were die-hard Target shoppers. I know I was. But now I sit back and I'm like, dang. I guess I can live without them.
Please guys, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my videos to help the channel out.